Welcome to PGTV News. Here are our top stories. Polk County Fire Rescue is holding an open house event. Find out when and where this will take place.
A Florida Polytechnic student is flying high. Find out who he is and what his plans are for the future.
Hello and welcome to PGTV News. I'm Stephen Barnes.
And I am Tina Mann. Polk County Fire Rescue is holding an open house event for Fire Prevention Week on Saturday, October 6th. We spoke with Polk County Fire Rescue Public Information Officer Chris John Keir to learn more.
Polk County Fire Rescue invites you to stop by one of our stations. As part of the National Fire Protection Association's Fire Prevention Week, 4 stations will open their doors to the public from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on October 6th and 13th. You will be able to tour the station, meet some of your local firefighters, experience the vehicles we use, and learn how you can join the Polk County Fire Rescue family. Four Corners Station number 42, located at 50945 US 27 in Davenport, and Medela Station 2, located at 2523 Ewell Road in Lakeland, will be hosting on Saturday, October 6th. While Janville Station number 5, located at 333 American Spirit Road in Winter Haven, and Babson Park Station number 1, located at 714 North Scenic Highway in Babson Park, will have their doors open on Saturday, October 13th. Remember, the open house event will run from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Well, that's pretty cool. Open house at fire stations. People get to get an inside peek of what really goes on at a fire station.
Absolutely, and you know kids love going and meeting all the firefighters.
Yeah, hop on the fire trucks. Maybe they'll even want to toot some of the horns.
Maybe.
All right, well, the City of Lakeland has launched a website and survey regarding safety and mobility for all roadway users of the Lake Morton Drive area. Over a 4-week period, 7 swans and 1 pedestrian were struck by motorists. The pedestrian was severely injured, and the 7 swans, only 2 survived. The city hopes that residents will visit the website, share feedback, and offer safety suggestions and possible solutions. The survey can be found online at www.lakelandgov.net/citizen perspectives. That's all one word, citizen perspectives. The survey is open for comment until Monday, October 8th.
In Lakeland's Veterans Memorial Park, a monument of war hero James Henry Mills is being refurbished. The Polk County Veterans Council has launched a fund to raise at least $5,000 to give the monument the updates it deserves. James Henry was the only Polk County native to earn the Congressional Medal of Honor in World War II. A ceremony is planned for November 10th at 10 a.m. to rededicate Mills Memorial. Author and historian Cantor Brown Jr. of Fort Meade will speak at the ceremony, and a parade to Munn Park will follow.
Important to remember our heroes and those who have laid down their lives and made the ultimate sacrifice for us. Polk State College in Winter Haven will host a popular a cappella group called Voctave on October 13th at 7 p.m. Voctave is an 11-member a cappella group from Central Florida with a professional background in Walt Disney World entertainment. Their group focuses on bringing together a diverse group of musical backgrounds in genres such as gospel, musical theater, pop, and more. The performance will be held in the Fine Arts Theater at the Winter Haven campus. Tickets are available online at polk.edu/box office. Or you can call their phone number at 863-297-1050. I don't
know about you, but a cappella groups are absolutely fascinating to me, and I have been able to see Voctave, I think, on TV actually. And it's just so much talent for them to be able to create the instruments and their voices all together.
How do they do the beatboxing thing? They make like 10 sounds all at once.
I've tried, embarrassingly so, and I'm not going to provide an example right now of it, but good job. The City of Mulberry will be having their 2nd annual Hispanic Heritage Festival soon. Here's Louis Holstein to tell us more.
As part of the City of Mulberry's continued efforts to celebrate its diverse culture and in honor of National Hispanic Heritage Month, the City of Mulberry invites you to the 2nd annual Viva Feliz Hispanic Heritage Festival. The Hispanic Heritage Festival is scheduled to take place on Saturday, October 6th from noon to 4 p.m. The festival celebrates Latin influence in food, art, dance, and music. This annual event provides a great opportunity to recognize the diversity of our community and the many contributions Hispanic and Latino Americans have made to this country. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at City of Mulberry FL and Twitter at Mulberry FL.
Well, a new grocery store is scheduled to make its debut in Fort Meade in October, giving the city its only full-size grocery store. What was once Value King grocery store has now reopened as Fresh Choice Market. The owner, Roxana Sultana, wanted to bring change to the food culture in the city of Fort Meade. Residents have been without a full-size supermarket since 2013 when Value King closed due to financial reasons and a failed partnership. Sultana has since reopened the store with a large number of improvements, including a newly paved parking lot and new refrigeration equipment. She plans on adding a kitchen and a deli to the store next year. Well, that's great.
That is great.
You know, we talk about all these food deserts and what it means to not have not just have a variety, but quality food.
Right. It's defined as having a lack of fresh produce, fresh meats, things like that. And it was, I mean, they were having to travel 20 miles just to get groceries.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. Legoland has filed plans for a new 3,600 square foot building in their park. The theme park filed an application for an environmental resource permit with the Southwest Florida Management District. Legoland announced in May that it would open Lego Movie World next spring. The building is said to be part of a proposed project in the new Lego Movie section. You ever been to Legoland?
Briefly, we did some filming there, but I don't have any kids, so...
Sadly,
yeah,
all three of my kids have been to Legoland. I have not.
But you know what? Having been there to film, I can tell you that even though I don't have kids, I would really enjoy that park.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Bring out the kid in me.
Absolutely. Well, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we will tell you all about Slade Rosamond and his story.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hello, my name's John Hall, County Commissioner, District 5. I'm on site at one of our 554 lakes in Polk County, and I'm here to talk about water safety during the summer. Especially with our schools out, a lot of our students are on the lakes, and quite often they're unsupervised teenagers, and I just encourage you to make sure that you're safe, do all the right things, make sure your watercraft, whatever it is rigged out with all of the safety equipment, emergency equipment, in case you encounter something out on the water. For the adults, I encourage you to be safe also. Do not drink and operate a watercraft because it is just as critical on the water as it is on our roadways that you not be impaired. We have 554 lakes. I encourage everyone out there to take advantage of them. Be on the water, have a safe summer, and look forward to seeing you guys next year back out on our lakes, enjoying them.
15 years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes. It really was devastating. I did not want to accept that I was a diabetic. I was so ill at the time, and my health was really failing. It was to the point that it was very serious. I first heard about this program, Take Charge, University of Florida, from my neighbor. This class explains exactly what you are supposed to do. It has taught me exactly how to live, what I'm supposed to do daily. They care enough to take the time to explain everything to you in detail. From the beginning to now, I feel well. It doesn't worry me a bit about diabetes anymore. Now I know that I can live because I know how. And it has been a lifesaver for me.
Welcome back to PGTV News. Imagine being a senior out of high school and getting ready for college. Most likely you were happy to receive your high school diploma and excited to get on campus and experience college life. Well, we recently spoke to Slade Rosamond about college life and his accomplishment of being an airplane pilot.
As a child, Slade flew a lot with his mom. This experience encouraged him to pursue his aviation ambitions.
So when I was around 10 years old, I really started to know that I wanted to take flight lessons and get into flying and doing that as a career. It was something that really amazed me, and I had always heard about people needing to get your life together and knowing what you want to do. And so I just thought that being a pilot was a really cool idea. And so I heard about a scholarship, and I got that when I was in high school. And then I started doing my flying lessons at no cost to me when I was in my 11th grade year.
Have you ever thought about being a pilot? Do you know how many hours you need? Here's Slade to tell us more about his process to becoming a pilot.
You need 40 hours to get your private pilot's license, and I got my license at about late 60s. And currently I have over 80 hours, and I'm still continuing to fly and build my hours.
So Slade, how does it feel to be the only pilot on campus?
It's really interesting because a lot of my friends, they don't really believe it, because when you think pilot, you think of like an older 50-year-old man flying like a Boeing 747. And so a lot of my friends that I've met here, they're really surprised by it. And like a lot of them, of course, want to, go on plane rides, which I eventually will get around to. But it's really interesting because it's like a new, kind of like a good topic to bring up, and people really find it interesting and want to know more.
Slade is always aiming high. Here he is telling us about his future goals.
After I graduate from Polytechnic, I want to go into the Air Force and fly cargo jets for the Air Force, like the C-17 or the C-130. But then after I get out of the Air Force, I want to do the Air Force for about 20 years. And then after I do the Air Force, I want to go into the commercial airlines and fly for like Delta or United.
Can you imagine being a pilot coming out of high school?
He's so young, but he's so confident in himself.
Yeah, he has his plans. Good for him. Well, guess what time it is now?
It is time for Neil Duncan with sports.
Take it away, seal the deal, Neil.
Thanks, guys. I want to remind everyone to check the PGTV listings for weekly airings of Sports Central. When you tune in, you'll see a full hour of featured guests, athlete spotlights, and so much more. You can also tune into the radio version of Sports Central on Talk 96.7 or Talk 1430 WLKF every Tuesday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. and every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Now let's get to your Polk County sports news. Well, in college football, Southeastern University lost 40-35 Saturday in a thrilling home game that saw two top 20 teams battle the entire game. It really was a great contest. Unfortunately for Southeastern, Bethel University scored the go-ahead touchdown with 8:46 remaining to raise their record to a perfect 4-0. Southeastern dropped to 3-2 on the season. The Fire enter the Mid-South Sun Division play this Saturday at Weber International University. Just a reminder, Weber's games are now played at Denison Stadium in Winter Haven. That kickoff is scheduled for 7:30. Speaking of the Warriors, the football team scored 27 unanswered points to defeat Union College 27-9 on a wet and rainy Saturday afternoon at Williamson Stadium in Kentucky. As I just mentioned, the Warriors will enter Mid-South Sun Division play this Saturday as they host Southeastern University. Reminder, kickoff at Denison Stadium in Winter Haven is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. Warner University continues their struggles, unfortunately. This past Saturday in Kentucky against Pikeville, they lose 45-14. The Royals receive another bye week this weekend before they open up Mid-South Sun Division Conference play against Edward Waters College on October 6th at 1:30 p.m. at Lakeland Christian School. That's where they're playing their home games now. In high school football, Lakeland High School is ranked #1 in Class 7A Region 2 point standings and is one of 8 Polk County teams that would make the playoffs if the season ended today. The FHSAA recently released the standings for the first time for the 2018 season. Now, this is a new playoff system for high school football this year, and it's the first year, and we will monitor those standings and let you know how our Polk County teams are doing. As always, go to visitcentralflorida.org or centralfloridasports.com for more information on events going on in Polk County. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the sports report, Neil, and thank you everyone for joining us.
Remember to tune in again next week for another installment of PGTV News. We'll see you next time.